Hey everyone, I just wanted to make a quick overview of the parts and patches for the song In Christ Alone. This is the Passion version with Kristian Stanfill singing. It is 68 beats per minute in 3/4. And the original is in the key of F, but I'm actually going to be playing it through in the key of E. And this song is pretty simple as far as the patches are concerned. The piano is really driving most of the song, and so you have this nice piano here. Underneath it, there's also a pad that you can hear sustaining. That pad is also connected to the mod wheel. So as you bring that mod wheel up and down, it gets brighter or darker. And then that mod wheel is also being controlled by this expression pedal that I have down here, and you can't see it, but you can hear it. So that way you can change the brightness of the pad with your left foot, not having to take a hand off the keyboard, which is nice. But so this song, like I said, it's really just driven by the piano more than anything else. And the piano starts the song, and it carries it. It's playing the main lick the entire time. So that is kind of simple in its own, but when you're changing chords with it, it gets a little bit intricate. And I first just want to start with the timing of that. So this starts off the whole song, so the timing has to be dead on. And basically that starts on the and of 3, right? We're in 3/4 timing. So if you count 1 and 2 and 3, and right there is where that first E hits again, playing this in the key of E. So adjust it to whichever key you're in if necessary. But on that 3, or on the and of 3 is when you start that progression, or that little lead line, and it's on and right? If we subdivide from quarter notes to eighth notes, we count 1 and 2 and 3 and. If we subdivide once more down to 16th notes, we get into 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and. So you're looking at the and the is where that comes. So 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and right? And so that's how that happens. In your right hand, the main melody is what I played before, but you are going to be kind of doing a bit of a harmony on that by playing the E as well. So ultimately it's going to sound like this in your right hand. And that last part's important because you don't want to hit this again. And the difference there on the first time through is you end it on the 1 and the 3. The second time through, just on the 1, just on the E there. So now I'm not sustaining it now, but playing it live, you're going to want to sustain it, especially because you've got your chords happening in your left hand. So this is basically following the natural progression that's going to happen during all the instrumentals, right? It's 1, which is E in this case, up to 4, which is A, and then 6 minor, C sharp minor, and then back to the 4, which is A. And that's the progression that's happening during the right? The melody that's following what you're playing in your right hand. So when you put it all together, this is what the intro sounds like. And I want you to just pay attention to what I'm doing in my left hand. I'm going to talk about that in a second. So 1, 2, 3. notice that the chord changes are on the downbeat, which can kind of be in conflict with what you're playing in your right hand. So you'll want to practice this and try it to a click just to make sure that you're on. But like I said, in my left hand during that intro, I'm not doubling the bass, right? I'm just playing one note a little bit higher because it is sort of a lighter intro and the band's not in yet. If the band were in, I would probably double that. Right, but since it's just that intro and it's very light, I'm going to start off very light with just one bass note. Right. And then as the song goes on, you're basically just, you're playing chords throughout except for those instrumental parts. And the timing on this is kind of interesting. There's little measures of 2 here and there, just because of the style of a song that it is. So I'm going to play just through that intro again quickly and then right into the first verse so that you can get a sense of how that's going to go. And then through that first instrumental as well, where you'll see I'm going to switch back to 2 bass notes in my left hand. But this is basically the format of the entire song. So if you get this intro through the first verse and then that instrumental, that's the whole rest of the song basically right there. So 1, 2, 3. Keep going. So that's basically the entire song. What I like to do during those instrumentals where the full band is in is kind of keep time on my left hand, right, with the quarter notes all the way through. You don't have to do that if you just want to be comfortable with it. Your chord inversions and my chord inversions could be a little bit different. But that's basically how the whole song goes. The only thing that's going to be different is the end of the song, right? You've got this whole big build, and so you want to be building along with the band and along with what the rest of the band is doing. So that's going to start off, I found my strength, I found my hope, I found my help in Christ alone. When fear assails, when darkness falls, I find my peace. And then you want to start building a bit more. I give my life, I give my all, I sing this song to Christ. And build a little bit more. The King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, all heaven sings to Christ alone. Right, so you're building along with the band there, a bit more aggressive as time goes on. And then that transition there into the little lead line, again, it's on the and of 3, so King of Kings, Lord of Lords, all heaven sings. ready for that transition. But that's basically it. Basically, the whole song. We like to end on a crash, but just be ready to go back into a slow or a low part there. And that's essentially everything you need to know to crush in Christ alone, the Passion version, at least. Thanks.